There on the field, the pride of the Southland band crisply marches into the Giant T. The rear, the roar of 97,000 fans rises with each rhythmic step. In the background, George Beaches is singing "Fight, Vols, Fight." The orange and white Shakers flood the air. The Volunteers are ready at the north end of the football field to burst through the gate. They're coming now, racing onto the field through the Giant T. In that magic moment that says, wherever you are, it's football time in Tennessee.
Welcome to the Talkin Vols Network. My name is Boogie Bentley. The title of the video are the Vols finally back. And I don't think that we're back. I don't know that you can really say that coming off of a 7-win season, but it certainly feels like the momentum is heading in the right direction. Tennessee getting ready to play Akron on Saturday. That's the type of game that nobody typically cares about. When you look at attendance for games like Akron, you think 80,000, maybe. That's what you look at. Obviously, yesterday they put out that Tennessee, Florida is sold out, and that comes as real no surprise. That game is huge. 3:30 CBS. Tennessee has an opportunity to start off September 4-0 after they take care of business against Akron this weekend. Then Florida comes to town next Saturday at 3:30. Again, hopefully College game day is there. I think it's going to be a huge atmosphere. Do we see the Smoky Grays? Do we checker Neyland? What's going to happen in that game? But when you look at history, when you look at sales, when you look at the numbers, last year there was all that energy heading into the Ole Miss game. Everybody was excited about that football game. It felt like the old days, and Tennessee sold out that game as well. And before that, prior to that Ole Miss game last year, you had to go back to Butch Jones in 2017. That was the last time that Tennessee had sold out Neyland Stadium. Now, we expect you to sell out Ole Miss. We expect you to sell out Florida. That comes as no real surprise. But what about Akron coming up on Saturday? A game that I've called a glorified scrimmage, and I know that fires some of you guys up, but it is what it is. If we don't take care of business, and I don't need to hear about Georgia State, I don't need to hear about App State and Marshall. I do not care. Tennessee is going to go out and blow the doors off of Akron on Saturday. I want to take a look at the numbers, and let's talk about whether or not Tennessee's finally back. Before we get going, as always, do me a favor. Go ahead and smash that like button just below the video. It's quick, it's free, it's easy. It helps the channel. I would greatly appreciate it. Also, if you're new to the Talkin Vols Network, welcome. We're not experts. We're not insiders. We are fans just like you. For the fans, by the fans. If you like what we do around here, make sure you subscribe. Click that bell for notifications. You won't miss out when we go live or when we drop a video. Let's take a look at this article from Rocky Top Insider. Tennessee closing in on Neyland sellout against Akron. You read that right. Akron. Now, is Tennessee back? Again, like I said at the top of the video, not necessarily. We are heading in the right direction. We got to get it done on the field. But looking at this fan base, looking at where we're at, we are foaming at the mouth for success on the football field. Look at what this fan base does around the basketball program, around the baseball program when they have success. And we still show up and show out regardless. But when you're talking about closing in on a sellout for Akron, that's a different level of being back or on your way back. Let's take a look at the article here. It says the Tennessee fan base is more than ready for their first Saturday game of the season inside of Neyland Stadium. The Vols will host Akron this Saturday night in the first home weekend game after hosting Ball State on a Thursday night to open the fall. According to AD Danny White earlier this week, tickets are going quickly. It says only 1,000 tickets left for this weekend's Akron game, which means we're over 99% sold out. Let's finish the job. Hashtag Vol Nation, hashtag GBO. That's huge. And I get it. There are some, there's some factors there. Again, the fact that your actual home opener was on a Thursday night. A lot of people not able to make that game. Then you go on the road to take on Pitt. First Neyland game on a Saturday of the season. That's going to play into it. But still, that's not typically the type of game that Tennessee sells out. When we talk about the national media, the talking heads, everybody around the country, you got guys predicting Tennessee to go out and beat Alabama or Georgia this year. You've got people predicting Tennessee to go out and win 9 or 10 football games. We talked about it last night on the live stream. Tennessee being predicted to be in a New Year's Six Bowl. It's not just us, guys. This is for the fans, by the fans. Sometimes we get a little crazy. It's not just us talking about this football team. It's the national media. It's the talking heads. It certainly feels different. It feels like Tennessee. I'm not ready to say they're back. That's why we're asking the question, are they back? I don't feel like they're back, but it certainly feels different. Article goes on to say here, if Tennessee is able to sell out Neyland Stadium for the Akron game, it'll be the first sellout since 2021 Ole Miss game. Although if sold out this year, it will be a lower number due to the renovations that dropped 540 seats. The new sellout number is 101,915. That's where you can see there the new party deck up there. I'm not mad at those renovations. I don't have a problem with the dropping down to 101. As long as they stayed above 100,000, I think you're fine. These are some interesting numbers, though. When I saw this article, it's why I wanted to jump on here and make a video and talk about the importance of selling out the Akron game. You can see some attendance last year. This is last year, year one of the Josh Heupel era. Bowling Green, 84,000. Pitt, 82,000. Tennessee Tech, 80,000. Look at the beginning of the season, how low the ticket sales were. And some of that's opponents like Bowling Green, Tennessee Tech. That Pitt game, 82,000 for the Johnny Majors Classic. You go on down, you get into conference play. You see there South Carolina, still under 90,000. But then you had the momentum of the season. That Ole Miss game felt huge. Lane Kiffin coming back to town, people hitting him with golf balls. The atmosphere of that Ole Miss game, I've said it before on this channel, that's where we truly won over Josh Heupel's heart. Josh Heupel talks about the brand of Tennessee, talked about the power T and what it represents. I don't think Josh Heupel realized just how crazy we were until October 16th, 2021. And the clip I play all the time, he talks about never, as a competitor or a coach, he's never seen an environment like that environment during that Ole Miss game. Georgia, over 100,000. Then you can see we kind of drop off towards the end of the year, 75,000, 77,000. But again, the point being, Akron coming to Neyland Stadium this Saturday, and Tennessee approaching a sellout, a game where you're favored by almost 50 points. You are favored to absolutely go out and dominate. That's the type of games that season ticket holders give to their friends. Let them take their kids for the first time. That's not the type of game that you expect to see a sellout and Neyland Stadium rocking and rolling on a Saturday night, 7 o'clock kick. And again, I know there are a lot of different factors there that play into it. The first game that's not on a weeknight, it makes sense. That Ball State game being on Thursday, then you go on the road to play Pitt, I get it. But what does this mean in the grand scheme of things? It certainly feels like the excitement around Tennessee football is back. And again, I said it earlier, we're psychos. We are nuts. We are obsessed with this football program. We are the type of people that miss birthday parties, that miss weddings, that schedule vacations around Tennessee football because we care that much. But when you start to get the casuals to come along, you start to get the bandwagon fans to come along, it means there is something different going on in Knoxville. Is Josh Heupel different? Is Josh Heupel different than Butch Jones? Is he different than Jeremy Pruitt? Is he different than Derek Dooley? He certainly feels different. It feels like we have a coaching staff that is just that. They are coaches. They are teachers. They are leaders. Seems like it's been a long time since we had a football coach down there in Knoxville. And I was sold on some of them. I believed what they had to sell me. What Butch Jones said, brick by brick, 63 effort, all the nonsense that came out of his mouth that we can look back on now and laugh, I bought it. Jeremy Pruitt was the complete opposite of Butch Jones. I thought we were getting a football coach. Turns out Jeremy Pruitt's just a good defensive coordinator, but he can't be the CEO. He can't be the big dog. He can't be the guy that kind of holds everything together. Josh Heupel is just that. Josh Heupel is not only a leader of these football players, he's a leader of his coaching staff. They all seem to be in alignment, pulling in the same direction, and that's why things are different in Knoxville. So are the Vols finally back? Maybe not. But is Josh Heupel going to be the guy to get us back? I'll let you guys answer that in the comment section. Let me know your thoughts. How big is it to sell out an Akron game? Akron, guys. We're talking about 70 to 80,000 typically. We're going to sell out Neyland Stadium for an Akron game. What does that mean to you? Hit the comment section. Let me know your thoughts. As always, make sure you guys smash that thumbs up on the way out the door. Go check out the official merchandise of the Talkin Vols Network. You can go to bonfire.com/store/Talkin Vols. Any and all support, greatly appreciated. If you missed the live stream last night, go back and check it out. It was a really good show. Me and Dauber, we really didn't talk a whole lot about Akron. We just talked about this football program, the trajectory of this program, where they're at. Really fun conversation with Dauber last night. Encourage you to go back, check out that live stream if you did miss it. And just a reminder, we'll be live immediately after the Akron game. I know it's going to be a late night, 7 p.m. kickoff. We'll be live immediately following the game. So be right here on the Talkin' Vols Network for the post-game show. I look forward to hanging out with you guys. But that's going to do it for this one. This is the Talkin' Vols Network. My name is Boogie Bentley. Go Big Orange.